That's definitely got 160 horsepower. Holy shit. Right. So today I'm going to be test riding the MT-10. I've been really interested in an MT-10 for ages, just because, I don't know, it just looks the bee's knees. I mean, the thing looks insane. And then also the sound, when you put an exhaust on an MT-10, like a cross-plane with that cross-plane crank, oh my god. But yeah, I'm looking forward to riding this bike. It's been a bucket list bike to ride for quite a long time, so it should be fun. Riding the MT-10. This thing is sick. We've been through the controls and stuff. It's pretty like standard controls for like a techie bike. You mean cruise control works how cruise controls work. The modes are actually a lot simpler than I thought it was going to be, which is cool. And yeah, it's a motorcycle. It's a motorcycle with a lot of power, but just a motorcycle at the end of the day. So we shall take it easy. Immediately, so incredibly easy to ride. The thing I find about talkie bikes, including mine, is like the get up and go is quite straightforward. Like there's not much faff to it. Oh my god, it's smooth. Dude, I can't like help but laugh when I hop on a new bike for the first time. And the gear shifts are so smooth. Wow, this bike is sick. Can't see shit out of the mirrors at the moment there. Oh my god, it's ridiculously fast. What the hell? Bro, it's so hard to do the speed limit. That's definitely got 160 horsepower. Holy shit. This bike is nuts. It's so smooth. Like, I'm not getting that, to be fair, like it's a naked bike, so I still feel like I'm, actually no, I'd say I don't actually feel like I'm doing 70 right now. Holy fuck. Yeah, the cruise control, obviously it works just as well as cruise control should. Yeah, cruise control works. The throttle response, I'm in mode 3 for power, and I think that's the most gentle one. I'm pretty sure, yeah. I think like TC3, slip control 3 and power 3 is all like the most tame versions of the bike. The bike feels like really fast. I need to try and get it into like I want to get into its normal like oh shit mode, because so far I haven't been like that impressed. I suppose I haven't really given it a chance to rev out. I think the max power is at like probably 8,000 RPMs and above. So I need to give it a chance to rev out. Otherwise, I don't think I'm really gonna get much of what the bike's capable of doing. not gonna lie, I definitely prefer like the big switches of the indicators on like Harleys or like old BMWs. I feel like they're a bit more like intuitive to use. Well, no, they take some time to get used to as well, but like when you're wearing bigger gloves, the fact that this switch panel over here is in the way, it's kind of hard to get, I don't know, I'll get used to it, but like going left, for example, feels kind of weird compared to speed up a little bit. It's so incredibly smooth, man. I think, you know, I'm not really like, I'm not blown away. Don't get me wrong, the bike is so nice, but it's not the type of test ride where I'm like, oh shit, you know, I'd give my bike up for this bike. It's so incredibly nice. Like, don't get me wrong, I know what, like, I've test rode a few, you know, a few different bikes here and there. Nothing like to this caliber, don't get me wrong. But like compared to my MT-07, this is insane. Not even talking about the power. The power, yes, insane. What I'm talking about is the quality of the way the bike feels. It's so incredibly smooth, and I think that that's probably due mainly to the inline 4 rather than the twin that the MT-07 has. I haven't ridden the MT-09, so I can't really add any comparison to that. I have ridden a triple, my friend's 675 a Triumph, which was, oh, that thing was beautiful. In my opinion, that bike did feel a tiny bit like more refined. Like, as in the way you sat, when you sat on that bike, it was like, oh shit, this is a nice bike. It's lovely. It is lovely though. Now you've got a power outlet over there, so you can charge your phone like directly there. Nice. And the fact that you've got these like Brembo type master cylinder, that's quite cool. And I am glad it's a cable clutch and not a hydraulic clutch. I hate hydraulic clutches, they feel so weird. And the thing with hydraulic clutches, as they get warm, as the heat transfers through the brake pads into the brake fluid, your biting point changes a lot of the time on most hydraulic clutched motorcycles, which is super strange. But it's a little complaint. I'm sure there's good benefits to it, but I do prefer a cable clutch, the consistency of it. And I don't really see a problem with cable clutches, if I'm honest. I will say though, it is so, like, don't get me wrong, my bike's kind of the same because it has lots of torque, but when you've got passing power, that is so satisfying. But I could ride this bike all day. We're talking about comfort. This does have the comfort seat, so I can't really talk about how the normal seat would feel. But in terms of comfort, I mean, I'm good, man. My legs, they're a little bit cramped, but that's because I'm used to the Harley Davidson. I need to remember that I'm used to a stretched out Harley Davidson with, yeah. But in terms of comfort, I could sit here all day. I do, not gonna lie, like as we get further and further into the ride, I am starting to fall more and more in love with it. Like how smooth it is, how effortless is probably a good way to put it. It's so effortless. Like the power, effortless. The moving it, effortless. I know it's like a more heavy bike when you compare it to like an MT-09 and stuff, but dude, I could ride this all day. Like the wind I'm getting, I don't know if it's the screen or what it is, but it's stopping so much buffering, and I'm just sitting in this cocoon. That's lovely. Alright, let's slow down a bit. We're coming off soon. I want to get it into a different power mode, not gonna lie. I think he said it was this one. Nope. Yeah, I'll try it at the stoplight or something. That was disgusting. Holy fuck. Hello. Let's change the power mode to A 111. The front wheel. Oh my god. I'd get in so much trouble on this bike. That is fucking crazy. That is... That is nuts, man. That is nuts. That is an absurd amount of power, man. Oh god. So actually I think I've changed my mind. Like in my current situation I can't actually like I can't change bikes. The bike I think if I was to get away from Harley, I probably would get something like this. It's so incredibly balanced and oh my god, it's so nice. The only thing I'm not a fan of, I think I'd probably get used to it. But the handlebars are it feels very narrow. I mean, it's probably supposed to be fair, for that nimble feeling. But I feel like if you put some like different bars on here, kind of like how some people do to the MT-10, I reckon that'd be kind of cool. Not gonna lie. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm talking shit, which is very possible and very likely, but you know, it's just so comfy. Like I could literally ride this all day. I haven't really got pressure on my my wrists, which you wouldn't really do. It's not a super sport or anything like that. But I mean, I'm not putting my foot down pretty much ever. This bike is really, really well balanced. The rear brake is quite responsive. The rear brake is quite responsive. The brakes are really good. Like as soon as you start touching the as soon as you start touching the brake, you feel feedback instantly. Now I do need to preface this and say I haven't ridden that many like super premium bikes, so it could be even better. I mean, I know BMW is really good with their brakes from all the reviews and stuff I've watched, so it could be even, you know, could be even better. But from my experience on in the bikes that I've ridden so far, the brakes are really good. Coming from a guy who just rides on the road, who doesn't have track time on track bikes, for the road, this bike is it's nuts. It's really, really powerful, but I don't think it is nuts. Never mind. It's not too much power, in my opinion. I think it has the right amount of power for it not to be too like, oh shit balls. I like the clutch a lot. To be fair, I don't think there's anything I don't like about this bike. The looks are a bit subjective, I know that much. And that sound, I'm all about sound, bro. That's what, I think 50% of the reason I have a Harley Davidson is purely for the sound. For me, there isn't really a bike that sounds comparable to, except for like maybe the MT-10. That's 1700cc bike, but that handles like a dog anyway. Maybe that bike's, and the Nuda 900. Don't get me started on the Nuda 900. But for me, everything is the biggest visceral part of owning a bike is that sound, and the sound on this thing is nuts. So I think this is going to be pretty high up on the list for me anyway, in terms of like what I might get next, because this is truly something else. But I'm gonna cut until like the nice roads, because these are all boring roads. Yeah. That was, kind of wish I had my camera rolling there. That was kind of eventful. This guy in front of me almost took me out, you know. Defensive riding and all, we're all good. This would be exciting, but there's cars in front of us, so maybe I can slow down for a bit. The handling of the bike, very good. I can't obviously balls to the wall it. Not only am I not good enough to do that, but also it's wet out. Like, don't get me wrong, this bike is fucking fast, bro, but apparently, like, according to the Yamaha dealer, like, that I spoke to, I think when I spoke to him about it last year, they said that this bike, the MT-10, was the most returned bike from brand new. Apparently people would buy this bike, not really understand how much bike they've just bought, and they would give it back. They would legitimately give the bike back. Because I think people ego buy bikes quite often, if I'm not gonna lie. Like, don't get me wrong, I like a fast bike. The same as the next guy. But I don't like having too much bike, you know what I mean? Like my Harleys, you can't call them too much bikes, because yeah, they're heavy, don't get me wrong, the bikes are heavy, but they're not like, oh shit, this is too fast for me. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, not being funny, I've made myself physically feel sick because Can I not put cruise control on? Hello? There you go. That bike has made me feel physically sick, but from 0 to 30, because the amount of torque, I mean, it's just... If you haven't ridden a Harley yet, I really urge you to give one a go. They're so raw, like, because yeah, you could say they're old-fashioned, there's no tech on them. Yeah, there is pretty much no tech on them. I think my bike has ABS, and then obviously the tech to just like keep the bike running. It's got electronic throttle and stuff like that, and the cruise control, but it doesn't have a fancy dash like this. It's got a little LCD in the speedometer, but that's about it. There's nothing fancy about it. But the bikes themselves, they are so... I really recommend anyone ride a Harley. It's just... you don't understand what a Harley is. It just looks like this big lump of a bike that's not very fast. But it's the character. It's the feeling you get when you ride one of those bikes. That's why I always recommend to anybody, just give a Harley one ride. Give it a chance. You won't regret it. That's what I say. I think with a bike like this and bikes similar to it, you just have to respect it. Like, you can't really fuck around, because what's that saying? You fuck around and you'll find out. Because this bike, for example, pretty much every single time I've gone on the throttle to like to go quick, the front wheels come up. Every single time, and without fail. I think if you have it in like mode C, D, or B, so that's less likely to happen. But the power, and because combined with the bike's torque, it's just fucking insane. It's blisteringly fast. It's violent. That's probably... Okay, you take it too. The acceleration is just nuts. And I don't think I look stupid on this bike. Yeah, I think the bike suits me, not gonna lie. Like physically, like I'm a generally speaking, a bigger dude. I'm like 220 pounds, 100 and something kilos. And I feel like because of the size of the bike, like especially the frontal area of the bike, I feel like it fits me a lot better than other bikes I've tried. I do feel like the bit of jittery throttle, but it's not. It's an electric throttle. It's on and there is an element of on and off. You can't really get past that. I feel like it's much better in like the power mode 2 or 3, especially 3. It's a lot smoother, but otherwise it's not too bad. Man, I wish this cream place is still open. Sweet Treat Cafe. The waffles that they used to make, absolutely insane. Right, what are we waiting for? Oh my god. Filtering, obviously it's going to be easy. It's a naked bike. I do this kind of filtering on my Harley, which is 300 and something kilos. These induction vents, they work really well. Like, I can see why a lot of people don't even get an exhaust for this bike, because the solo riding experience is really good. Like, it's got enough sound for it to be like really pleasant, but not like, it's not obnoxiously loud, if you know what I mean. I forgot my indicator on, knob. And finding neutral, oh my god, finding neutral is so easy. It's just like it's very light but very obvious click. Whereas like my bike, I'll probably see if I remember, I'll do a demonstration on my way home. But yeah, Insane. I love this bike. And I'm so comfy, dude. I could literally ride this all day. I don't like the mirrors though. The mirrors are absolutely awful. I feel like my MT-07 mirrors were better. Like the MT-07 mirrors, they stuck out further. Yeah, these are dog shit. I can't see crap out of them. So I'd probably replace them with some bar ends. I'd get those like Triumph style bar ends. I really like those. I think they look good on most bikes. Or those the Rizoma ones, that flip up. I mean, it looks like a bit of a boy racer type thing, but I mean, come on, they look cool. I don't think they do a very good job though, but you know, is what it is. I'm really hoping this footage has turned out alright, because this is my first time doing a vloggy style test ride on a bike, and I'm kind of hoping to do more this year. Obviously lots of riding my bike as well. Dangerous situation here. One thing I really like about having this much power is overtaking. It's so easy. Like those overtakes I did earlier, it's just like you don't have to work hard just to get past somebody. No fuss at all. What's the time? I got lost. I got a little bit lost.